Morning, friends. Mark Holmes here, of course, with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo and Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, this literally, and I mean literally, does not work. Let's get open for business here, and let's wake up my football gods this morning. Man, when you turn 50, things start to change. It's like your warranty went out. You got to get your prostate exam and make sure you get your prostate exam. Colon cancer is no joke. But you start losing things. And this is the great thing about having my son, Michael, working with me, because I will literally set the drill down and I will be looking all over the place and can't find it. And he'll be like, it's right there, 2 feet away from me. So this morning, can't find my big coffee cup, so I'm already having a rough time there. And as I realize, I'm dyslexic. A lot of times I read things and it will come out a certain way. A lot of you will mention that, you need to proofread, your titles, because sometimes your titles are wrong, or I'll use the wrong, to or your and things like that, because one of the things that happens with dyslexia. You see it, and it seems fine, but somewhere between, your eyesight and connecting with your brain, it just doesn't connect. So this weekend is the CSA show, and I was excited because I saw they had Mel Renfro and Larry Foote. They had Jim Brown and some other players. Pictures across the top of it. Just added CSA show announcing that they will be here the 21st, 22nd, 23rd this weekend. And I'm like, oh my God, I was excited about it. I already purchased my tickets for Saturday and Sunday because I'm like, I don't care which day it is. I will camp out there because I'm trying to get another one of the football guys. And I called them to see, is this real? Is this going to happen this weekend? They're like, oh, we got a little problem with the site. And those pictures were from last year. They were supposed to be here before the pandemic hit, and then that changed. So they're actually not coming this weekend. He said, however, they do have a contract with them, and it's possible come July, when they do the show in July, if things continue to go where they will, that maybe they'll be doing like a full autograph show there. So I'm having some senior moments here, so forgive me. I do make a lot of mistakes. I will be the first one to tell you that I make a lot of mistakes, but it's not out of trying to make mistakes. It's just, I'm just old and the ticker doesn't work the way it used to. And that happens when you play a lot of special teams, okay? When you're the hot man on special teams back in the day, yeah, it's totally different. Anyway, here's our thing this morning. Again, I am a guy with a day job and a voodoo doll, bringing you YouTube and the Dallas Cowboys from my point of view. I don't work for Fox. I don't work for ESPN or for the Dallas Cowboys. I am just Joe the fan. But sometimes it's kind of funny that things that I do seem to appear on other places. Or sometimes I look at things, and part of the reason I started my channel was a lot of times I would hear things and I was like, that's not quite the story. It's not exactly it. People would always say Tony Romo's a choker, even though Tony Romo at the time had more comeback victories than anybody else. Lord knows we've heard so much misinformation about Dak Prescott, that Dak Prescott, he's a dink and dunker or empty calories, that they literally make up statistics or things, like as Dan Orlovsky would say. Exactly. So you get a lot of misinformation. So you have to kind of look at everything with a bit of a side eye on news that you get sometimes to make sure. And I always try to, when I get stories that come out, I always try to verify it from one, make sure that they're at least credible sources, and cross-verify it and make sure that it's around as many places as possible. Because one of the things that the hot topic here is people will say, Jaylon Smith, the Cowboys are going to cut Jaylon Smith because they can save $7 million. And I was kind of like, wait a minute. As of the 21st of March, his contract became fully guaranteed. As of March 21st, his contract became fully guaranteed, because I remember doing a video a couple of days before that counting down, because the same thing was true with Zeke Elliott. If they had done something with those contracts, cut them or designated them post June 1st, then you would have saved a whole bunch of money. But they chose not to. Thus, on the 21st of March, they became the employee and under contract for the Cowboys. And so I want to go through here and explain exactly what you're getting. Because here's the thing. Right now, today, as we sit here, May 18th, 19th, Jaylon Smith's cap number for this year is $9.8 million, 4.7% of the cap. Okay? Got that, right? If we were to cut him between now and the 1st of June, we would take a $16.6 million dead money hit. So nobody would do that. You wouldn't cut him, and take a $16 million, because you take that today. If you designated him a June 1st cut, this is where you're getting this whole thing. Well, the Cowboys can cut him and make him a post-June 1st cut, and they'll save $7 million. Well, yeah, they'll save $7.2 million in dead money, but you're still going to pay his full salary. You see over here? 9.8 if you make him a post-June 1st cut. Right now, because his contract is guaranteed. You follow me? So yes, you won't take a $16 million dead money hit. Yeah, technically you will save 7.2, but they're not giving you the whole story. You're still paying him the same amount of money for him to be on the team, to not be on the team. So why would you cut him if he is not a distraction or, a guy that's causing problems for the team? You wouldn't just say, I'm better off just paying him to go away like Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz, that's a different story. Carson Wentz was a problem for the team. Jaylon Smith is not. Now, if you do want to try and save some money this year, the way you would do it is you would make him a trade. If you traded him between now and June 1st, you'd save $400,000. Not a whole lot. If you were to make him a trade, and this is where you heard Stephen Jones say things that, having a lot of really good players, you never know if somebody gets hurt, that they'll be looking to make a trade. And that would be your opportunity to say, okay, such and such lost a linebacker, needs a linebacker. We'll take a 5th round draft pick, but it's really about dumping a salary, because then you'd only have to pay $2.6 million of the dead money. You'd save 7.2. That is really the only way that you can get out from under Jaylon Smith without paying him at least the full amount of money this year. But here's the thing. I say that he's not going to go anywhere. I really don't believe that, because Jaylon Smith, you remember what he was like when he was in college. Jaylon Smith, a couple of years ago, when he was a Pro Bowler, Jaylon Smith has abilities. Jaylon Smith has football awareness. Jaylon Smith has football IQ. Sometimes coaching can be a problem. If I took a quarterback for you, like let's just say quarterback A. Quarterback A, in 2 seasons, was 3-16, had a 53% completion percentage, had a total of, in those 2 years, 3,200 yards passing, 11 TDs, 21 interceptions, and averaged 6.5 yards per pass. You would have said, man, that's an ass. That's ass. It's a bum. That's a nobody. It's a journeyman. You don't need that guy. You would say, why would we sign that guy? That guy can't play. He's a bum, right? Well, that was Steve Young, his first 2 years in Tampa. His first 2 years in Tampa, 3-16, 6.5 yards per pass, 11 TDs, 21 interceptions, 3,217 yards, and a 53% completion percentage. Coaching matters. Coaching can make the difference. You could take a guy like, for example, say George Selvey, who went, from Atlanta to Tampa to Jacksonville. He was at someplace else and had 3 sacks in 4 seasons. He came to the Cowboys under Rod Marinelli, who was kind of like a defensive line whisperer. All of a sudden, he gets 7 sacks. Did he all of a sudden just learn, all of a sudden he just became a great player because, he matured overnight? No, the difference was the coach that could teach him what he needed to do and how to play. And that may be Dan Quinn. Now, we're putting a whole lot on the Dan Quinn's plate here, but I think Dan Quinn is actually loving having this put onto his plate. He is a hands-on guy. And I believe that, getting Jabril Cox, getting Micah Parsons there is going to help motivate Jaylon Smith to become a better player. I believe that Jaylon Smith will get taught how to play better, how to use angles better, how to come across the body and tackle better, as opposed to doing shoestrings tackling. Learning to get your head across the body, use this cradle, your shoulder pad, your arm, and learn how to wrap up and deliver a blow. Jaylon Smith gets to the point of attack. The problem with Jaylon Smith is when he gets to the point of attack, he's not aggressive. He's not stepping into the tackles. He's not covering and delivering a load. And that may be where Dan Quinn can help to teach and fix Jaylon Smith to become a great player. That and taking him away from being the middle linebacker where he's got to make the calls. Give him less to think about. Give him basically, look, Danny. Oh, excuse me, wrong one. Give me the ball. Jaylon Smith, give me the ball. Just get me the ball. And that's what Jaylon Smith needs. He needs clear-cut directions to make sure he understands his assignments, and he needs better technique on his tackling. And if you can do that, because you've got these other guys there, can help bring that hunger and make him take a slice of humble pie, now all of a sudden, you may end up having Pro Bowl player again. So having people with ability, you don't want to just say, unlike fantasy football, okay? Fantasy football is the bane of my existence. Trade him, get rid of him, cut him. It doesn't work that way. You're going to have to pay him one way or the other. The thing you want to do is you want to make him the best linebacker he can be, so that way he's a benefit as opposed to a liability. So guys, it's hump day. It's the middle of OTA's phase 2. This is a short one because it's only Monday through Friday, and they are halfway there. Come Monday starts phase 3 of the OTAs. And after that, a little break, and then it's on to training camp. You know the deal. I got to get back up to the workshop because I got Joe Barty's to build for you guys.